Dumbledore can make mistakes, he said to
You're
himself.
blinded by hatred.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
How did they make it past the editing stage? Are you one of the muggles who missed these Harry Potter movie mistakes? Stay tuned to find out. The Harry Potter film series has captured the hearts of fans of all ages, including us here at The Things, but there are some places where the spell of movie magic kind of fell flat. Here are some Harry Potter movie mistakes that only muggles missed.
For someone who is muggle-born, someone with non-magic parents, someone like me.
In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry and Ron try to enter platform 9 3/4, only to have the portal closed on them before they can make it through. Our poor heroes end up crashing straight into the wall, with all their luggage tumbling down around them. If you look closely though, you'll see Harry's pet owl Hedwig is actually a fake. Her cage even opens, and the fake owl hangs limply on its perch. At least the producers cared about animal cruelty.
The gateway sealed itself for some reason.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix introduced us to Grawpy, Hagrid's giant half-brother. When he meets Harry and the gang, he gets a little too excited though and grabs Hermione from the ground. It looks like the CGI team had something to hide.
Put me down.
They digitally cut off actress Emma Watson's legs at the calves. It's only visible for a split second, and it's hard to see in the dim lighting of the scene. But that didn't stop some ardent fans from catching it.
Hagrid, what's going on?
Now back to the Chamber of Secrets. The students at Hogwarts School are still uneasy about the mysterious happenings in the castle.
Everyone will proceed to their dormitories immediately.
So their teacher, Gilderoy Lockhart, is asked to teach them how to protect themselves in magical duels. After Harry sends Malfoy flying in their practice duel, you can see one of the film's cameramen at the edge of the shot. Looks like Muggle technology has made its way to Hogwarts, huh?
Don't move, Potter. I'll get rid of it for you.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 is one of the darker movies in the series. Harry and his friends spend most of the movie on the run from Voldemort's cronies, trying to find the Horcruxes. As Harry and Hermione sit on some rocks trying to find some clues about where to find the Horcruxes, a book beside Hermione opens between shots. But maybe this one's not such a big deal since we know that some books are capable of attacking unwitting students. We'll let you decide.
I think they're funny.
Oh yeah, terribly funny.
Speaking of books, there's a scene in Hagrid's Care of Magical Creatures class when the book Ron's holding simply vanishes and reappears between shots. Maybe he was practicing his vanishing spell, but come on Ron, now is not the time to be doing that. You should be focusing on the magical creatures.
Hagrid, exactly what is that?
The Triwizard Tournament was a dangerous competition. In the Goblet of Fire, Harry faces a vicious dragon and an angry-looking mermaid, among other things. But maybe he wasn't in so much danger after all. At the end of the movie, he gets 2 scratches on his left cheek, only for there to be just 1 scratch in a later scene as he's saying bye to his friends. Maybe he's got healing powers or something. Or did the makeup team just forget to check what they did before?
I put you in terrible danger this year, Harry. I'm sorry.
Lots of equipment used on set are battery powered. It's all part of casting movie magic. But as you can imagine, filmmakers try their best to hide these gadgets from the audience. While it didn't work this time. In The Prisoner of Azkaban, we can see the impression of battery power packs under Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson's clothes in that scene in Hagrid's pumpkin patch. Another case of Muggle technology at Hogwarts?
I saw the beast just now.
In the Order of the Phoenix, when Harry is having Voldemort-induced visions in his sleep, we see him asleep in a light blue t-shirt. When he's startled awake though, he's wearing a completely different dark blue button shirt. Maybe this is a case of that accidental, wandless magic underage wizards tend to do? Or maybe the filmmakers didn't think we'd see it.
Look at me!
Part of the spectacle of Hogwarts is the floating candles. We see them in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's or Philosopher's Stone. After Professor Quirrell comes into the Great Hall and announces,
They're all in the dungeon!
the wires are caught on camera beside Professor McGonagall. If you look close enough, you'll see the wires holding them up. Movie magic at its finest.
Oh my goodness. Explain yourselves, both of you.
Going back to that scene in Chamber of Secrets when Harry and Ron crash into the wall, there's one more mistake that did not make the cutting room floor. Ron's trunk makes a complete switch. In one scene, His trunk has 3 copper lines running across it, but then soon after, we see a similar trunk with only 2 copper lines. Maybe wizard trunks are capable of transfiguration at will? What do you think?
Dad's gonna kill me.
As Harry starts his journey in the wizarding world in his first year at Hogwarts,
Difficult, very difficult.
he's sorted into Gryffindor House. During the post-sorting feast, Harry is seated across from Hermione and next to Ron, for a while anyway. In the next shot, Harry's seated between Ron's brother Percy and Hermione. I thought no one could disappear on Hogwarts grounds. Does Harry know something we don't?
I'm invisible. It's really rare.
The scene when Harry accidentally calls the night bus is a pretty fun one in both the Prisoner of Azkaban book and movie, but chances are you did not see this little mistake. When we look at some bus curtains in a small window from the outside, we see that they're hung up completely differently from how they look after Harry steps inside. Another case of sentient inanimate objects, do you think?
The leaky cauldron. Next up, Nocturne Alley.
Deathly Hallows Part 1 brought back Dobby, a fan favorite. The house elf is devoted to Harry for setting him free from his slavery to Malfoy in the Chamber of Secrets.
Harry Potter freed Dobby. How can Dobby ever repay him?
The brave little hero he is, Dobby and other house elf creature attack a man in order to help Harry and his friends. That's not what the mistake is though. As Dobby and Creature step out into a room, different objects entirely are resting on the table. When they're attacking the man later though, we see a table beside the door with a black pan on it. Movie magic at its finest.
Master Weasley, so good to see you again.
We can try this.
The Weasleys have always treated Harry like family. In The Half-Blood Prince, he even stays at their house in the start of the movie. In a scene when he's sitting on a sofa beside Ginny and her father Arthur, there's a blanket on the arm of the sofa. It doesn't stay there for long though. In the next shot, it's behind Harry, on the back of the sofa. What's with these wizards and their moving objects?
Pie? Not for me, no.
Very early in Deathly Hallows Part 2, Harry and his friends visit their Luna Lovegood. She's not who we're focusing on right now though. The trio go and talk to the goblin named Griphook, who looks like he's seen better days. As the scene wears on, the cushion Griphook's resting on slides down even though Griphook barely moves at all. A small mistake, but there must be a magical explanation, right?
This is impossible. Alone, yes. But with you, no.
The Goblet of Fire film doesn't give poor Ron a break. He gets dreadful hand-me-down robes from his mother to wear to the Yule Ball.
Murder me, Harry.
In the scene where he reacts to the ugly clothes, the toast in the caddy in front of Harry on the table in the Great Hall changes depending on the angle. Toast vanishes, reappears, and rearranges throughout the scene. Do you think the crew got a chance to eat some of it at least? I sure hope so.
Not only that, it's ghastly.
Quidditch is a dangerous sport in the best of circumstances. When a dark wizard who's possessed by Voldemort himself is trying to get you, it's even worse. After Harry's broom is hexed during a Quidditch match by Professor Quirrell, Harry falls off and has to hold on for dear life. If you freeze the shot, you see the wires that hold Daniel Radcliffe to the broom so he wouldn't fall. They're extremely thick wires, so you know they're strong. Safety first.
Looks like he's gonna be set.
He's got the snitch!
Harry has always been a selfless soul. In the second task of the Triwizard Tournament, he defies the Mer people, who tell him he's only allowed to bring one person back to the surface with him.
Only one.
When he makes his way back to dry land, he's joined by Hermione, who's wrapped in a dark towel. Throughout the scene though, the towel changes from dark to light and back again. Well hey, at least she's drying off. The Goblet of Fire is when the Harry Potter series takes a dark turn. Voldemort is back, and everything changes for Harry and everyone else. Before he restores Voldemort's body though, Peter Pettigrew, aka Wormtail, stows Voldemort's wand inside the left side of his coat. When Voldemort's back to full power and demands his wand from Wormtail though, he pulls it from the right side of his coat. Well, they do say wands are semi-sentient. Maybe it moved on its own?
You have proved yourself useful these past few months, Wormtail.
We all hate Dolores Umbridge. She torments poor Harry and all of Hogwarts in the Order of the Phoenix. When Harry is sent to Umbridge's office to be punished for basically nothing, Umbridge puts sugar in her tea before placing the spoon on a saucer. Throughout the scene, the spoon appears and disappears from the saucer between shots. I'm sure we all just wished the spoon would stay gone, just so she wouldn't be able to put sugar in her tea. It's the least she deserves, I'd say. Did you manage to catch these mistakes as you watched the films? We poor Muggles definitely didn't. If you know of any others, be sure to leave them in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content from The Things.